ahead, Tony.
How much is length gonna play? It seems like you guys have such a big advantage in length in this game. How much do you think that will play in this matchup?
Yeah, hopefully it plays a lot, because we definitely have a lot more length than they do, but, I mean, they're gonna shorten the game up quite a bit. They play super slow, gonna take it late in the shot clock, gonna test your defense for a full 30 seconds of the clock, so, you know, whether you got length or not, if you make a mistake, you're gonna have to pay, and, you know, we've got a lot of young freshmen and experienced guys that it's gonna be hard for them to guard the full 30 seconds, so I knew this was gonna be a hard game for us. When we took it anyways. They picked to win the A-Sun. The A-Suns had 3 teams already upset high major teams. This Liberty's supposed to be the best team in the league. They've been one of the best teams every year, so I mean, it's gonna be a hard game. I do think our length gonna definitely help us. You know, we can challenge our shots a little bit better. If we get cross-matched on the McGee, hopefully our length can, you know, play a factor. And, you know, maybe our guys aren't quite as quick, but, you know, we just can't let him get on contested threes off him. He's averaged 25 points a game, and takes 11 threes, and shoots 40%. I mean, he's the real deal, but yeah, hopefully our length will affect him some.
Nick?
We didn't see Don Walsh in the opener. What's the status heading into this game?
Yeah, doubtful, to be honest with you. He's trying to get back and practice a little bit more, but it's coming slow, and we just want to make sure we take the time it needs to fully heal, because we need him fully healthy as quick as we can get him fully healthy. We don't want him partially healthy, you know, for a long time. We'd like to get him back fully healthy. So doubtful for this game, you know, hopeful for next week, but we'll see what he feels like tomorrow morning.
Charlie?
You mentioned McGee. Can you elaborate more on what stands out in this game?
I mean, you know, he's one of the best scorers in the country. He's an elite shooter. Think of like a Steph Curry, Trae Young type. He shoots him off the dribble, catch and shoot. He doesn't need much space. You know, he can get going in a hurry. They've got real good awareness of where he's at. They're guys that are great screeners, know how to get him open. So, I mean, they definitely go as McGee goes. You know, I know they're trying, you know, it's hard to get much of a scout region. The one game they played didn't give them much of a battle, so, you know, most of their starters played 15 minutes or so. So it's hard to tell much from that game, but I do know they're trying to maybe rely a little less on McGee this year. You know, they've got starting point guard, a freshman kid from Kentucky, Porter, right? Colin Porter, who's super talented and really good. They get the kid from Alabama, Brody Peoples, can really score it as well. He's really skilled. So they've got some of those skilled players. They've got shooting to go around. I mean, last year they were 5th in the country in percentage of points from 3. So they do have obviously more guys than McGee that can shoot it, but McGee kind of makes them go, and we're fully aware of that, and we got to make sure that we've got a good game plan for McGee and right matchups, and you know, nobody can fall asleep. I mean, even if you're not guarding them and your man's setting the screen, you got to know what you're doing. So we're you know, we're locked into McGee, but we also know they've got capable scorers elsewhere. You know, you can't let a kid like Peebles or Porter or even Rode, you know, shoots it really well, and you know, go at mismatches and switches and stuff. So he's good though. He's one of the better guards we're going to see all year. But it's good for us to go against different types of teams. And this team's got a really dynamic guard, and I'm interested to see our guys, you know, step up to the challenge.
Jacqueline?
Ryland said after the game that he didn't realize until he got to Alabama that you talk about defense more than offense. Was that a fair assessment by him?
I didn't see that. What did he say after the game, that we talk about defense?
That you talked about defense more than offense. He didn't realize that until he got here.
Well, yeah, in recruiting, you know, kids don't want to hear about defense in recruiting. Our offensive stats is all the stuff we show them, and then, you know, then you get them here and you got to win games. If you're not going to guard anybody, you're not going to win any games. So, you know, we do talk about some defense in recruiting a little bit, but offense, you know, they kinda sell offense, sells tickets. And speaking of which, I thought our student section was unbelievable Monday night, so it'd be great if we could get student section that loud and that packed every single game, but, you know, the offense kinda gets everybody excited about it, but defense is where it's gotta be to win games, so we've been stressing that to the freshmen, to everybody really. You know, our second year here, we were third in the country in defensive efficiency and won the SEC regular season and tournament. Like last year, I think we were 92nd, and our offense was actually better last year than it was in our year two, and the offensive efficiency was ranked higher in that than we were the year before. We didn't win as much, so, you know, our defense has to be there. Our defense was really good Monday night. It's gonna get tested even more tomorrow night. McGee's a better player, Liberty's a better team, they're in a better league. You know, our defense gotta step up again, and I think we showed though, you go 3 for 28 from three and not turn the ball over 19 times and you can still be up 25, you know, on a quality team because your defense is that good. So our guys are listening, they understand that defense matters, they're not gonna play if they don't play defense.
You touched on shooting there right at the end. Just, you know, what have you guys been working on in practice to try to help kind of get out of the, I don't want to call it a shooting slump, but just the early struggles?
Yeah, one game would be hard to call a slump, right?
Yeah.
But, you know, we stress moving the ball a little bit more. Let's get better shots. Let's make sure that guys are more in rhythm. Some of the shots were great shots, they just missed them. You know, and some of that may be, I mean, if you look at the guys that took a lot of the shots and missed them, I mean, Ryland, freshman, Brandon Miller, freshman, Amari Burnett, first game in about 2 years. You know, Sears been doing it pretty well here for the last couple of years in Ohio, but first game here back in his home state playing for Alabama. You know, there may have been some jitters to some of that. Like, I didn't make a big deal of it. I told our guys I've seen them make enough shots in practice and, you know, foreign trip, and like, I'm not too worried about shooting as long as we get good shots. We'll shoot a decent percentage, so not gonna stress over it. We're gonna make sure we get good shots, make sure the ball moves a little bit better, and just keep encouraging them to take every open shot they get.
Good.
Thanks, appreciate you guys.
Thanks.